Hello, my darlings. Welcome to a new Pick a Card reading. Today, we're going to get you some clarity on your person's thoughts about you. What are they thinking and feeling about you and this connection at this time, whether it's your twin flame, your soulmate, your beloved. I know some of you are in some form of struggle or separation. We're going to get you some clarity on what is going on here. If you're new to this channel, I am Dr. V, and it is so wonderful to have you here. If these readings resonate for you, make sure that you do hit that subscribe button and join this incredible Live Tarot family where we are all here to love and support one another so you don't feel alone on this journey to love and union or reunion with that special person. So as always, please do be gentle with yourself. This is a general reading. Not everything may resonate for you. If you'd like to have specific guidance on your unique journey, you can also have a personal reading with me, or you can even order any of the multiple oracle decks that I have created to help give you guidance at home. So all of the links are in the box below. So today I have 4 beautiful card choices, and I also gave you crystals to help you choose. So if you'd like to take a deep breath, close your eyes, see which ones you feel most guided to. You can pick pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, pile number 4, or you can pick them all and take the messages that resonate for you and your situation. So for our beautiful group 1, we have the combination of crystal number 1 and this particular deck. For group number 2, we have crystal number 2 and this deck. And for group number 3, here is your crystal and your deck. And for group number 4, your crystal and your deck. So go ahead and make your selection. We will start with group number 1. My beautiful group number 1 that chose this deck and this crystal, here is your reading. Actually, we're going to need that. So what is your person thinking about you today, right now? We're going to start here with, we have 5 of Cups. So there's definitely a loss that has happened here. There's definitely grief, sadness. I'm feeling a tremendous sense of missing you, feeling a deep sense of absence from you. Now, this could be physically, it doesn't have to be, it can even just be emotionally, or absence of communication. 10 of Swords. Wow, they're really hitting a rock bottom here. Okay, so for some of you, this may have been going on for some time now. I'm getting the phrase no contact. So for some of you, I feel like there has been no contact. And it's almost has been going on, look at that Ace of Swords, deliberately. Okay, somebody here has gone into a sense of no contact mode. I'm going to take off my sweater. Sense of no contact mode here, in a very deliberate way, almost like trying to send a message. Okay, somebody has been trying to send a message of, you know, I've felt a lot of pain. I've been going through a lot of pain. I feel like I've given my everything to this connection. And now I am just emotionally, mentally, physically exhausted. So I am stepping back. I am stepping away because I need to protect myself. Okay, it's time for me to put up some walls because I haven't so far. And I have been very vulnerable. I feel like you are that person. I feel like you have really put yourself on the line. You've been very vulnerable. I feel that you've gone out of your comfort zone here. As in, like, you are somebody who can be guarded, who can have very clear and healthy boundaries, but in this situation, I feel like you were really swept off your feet with a lot of love, a lot of deep connection, a lot of passion. And sometimes when that happens, we loosen some of our boundaries because we feel like we just want to accept that love. We want that love to come in. We want to hold on to it. We don't want to let it pass us by. And so I feel like you really did this. You really put yourself on the line. You brought down your defenses, and something did not work out. Your person wasn't able to meet you at that level. They may have done something here that has caused the relationship to disintegrate to a certain level, and you may have in response said, I'm done with this, as in, I'm not going to contact you. I'm going to step back and reclaim my power, my space, my energy. I need to take care of myself. I'm getting an energy here of a lot of self-care going on. Also, I feel that as you are caring for yourself, nurturing your soul, nurturing your own well-being, your person right now is thinking about you over and over again. They're starting to see some of the things that they weren't able to see before with this Ace of Swords. They're starting to open up their mind also in ways that they have not been able to before. I feel like this no contact, or this stepping back, this energy of stepping back is actually effective. Okay, it's helping, because what it's doing is that it's making your person experience how much you have given, okay, how much you gave to them, how much balance and beauty you brought to their life. They look at this beautiful energy right here. I feel like they are very aware of the fact that they have lost their balance in not being in contact with you or not being close to you right now. Maybe there is communication, maybe it's just sporadic communication, maybe it's less communication, but I feel like in whatever capacity there is communication at this time, the lack of it, or maybe a minimal amount, whatever it is, it has caused your person to really lose their balance in life. That Five of Cups with this balance energy, like they are feeling unbalanced. They are feeling like they have hit rock bottom. I feel that their fear is now really setting in. Okay, like there is a very deep sense of fear and vulnerability that they are thinking about right now. This fear of loss. Five of Cups, they've already lost something here with you, but they have a tremendous fear of losing more, of you. It's almost like they're holding on to right now scraps, any kind of scraps that they can get from you, either vibrationally, energetically, emotionally. It's almost like they've even come to the point where they're willing to accept those scraps, because it's better to accept that and to wait for you to forgive them, or wait for you for the moment in which maybe they can apologize, or maybe they can explain themselves or try to make this better. So they're like, holding on to any vibrational scraps of you that they can. And I feel like the fear is mounting. Like I can feel it in my stomach right now. There's like this deep sense of guttural fear that is really encroaching upon their energy. The fear of loss, the fear of always being imbalanced, the fear of this becoming permanent. Because I feel like there is something in the situation that there hasn't been a total clean break yet. You haven't fully broken away from each other. Energetically, there's still a bond, there's still a vibrational bond, but your person right now, what they're thinking of over and over again, the thoughts that are kind of obsessing them at this time, and we're getting a lot of that swords energy. So there's a lot of kind of, negative thoughts of ruin, thoughts of obsessive loss. It is what is really making them shit bat scared right now, you know? And this is why with this Ace of Swords, it's like they are looking for a new way of thinking. They know that something has to change here. They know that there are certain things that they were not looking at clearly. I feel like part of this Ten of Swords energy is because there was some lack of clarity. Your person, you know, whatever happened between the two of you, they were not processing it correctly. They were not looking at it with clarity. They were looking at it through confusion. They were looking at it through ego. They were looking at it through excessive, maybe I'm feeling like some need to be right, or some need to have some sort of power in the situation. I feel like your person tends to lead with their mind. That's why, like, they tend to be more of a mind-oriented person than a heart-oriented person, which is okay. Like, we're all different. That's all right. But I feel like they try to work things out logically or in their heads first, instead of opening up their heart to something bigger, something, opening up their heart space to better understand or better bring clarity. And this is why I feel like, because they kind of live in their mind more, they're also more susceptible to fear, right? To this sense of, I am so afraid, because when you operate from the mind has a way of scaring you, right? It will show you scenarios. Your mind tends to show you scenarios that often can be negative because it's trying to protect you from loss. So it's going to show you like, okay, we don't want this scenario, and this is how we're going to protect ourselves from that loss. So this is where I feel like your person is now trying to find that clarity. And as they're finding that clarity with that Ace of Swords, what they're realizing is that they cannot lose you, as in, like, they want to be with you no matter what. They want to come forward. They want to make you a solid offer. For some of you, I feel like you may have stepped back into this no contact mode because you felt that you weren't getting a solid offer. Yeah, see? So this is the thing. I feel like this is why I'm saying there is definitely a separation, right? There's some sort of a separation that needed to happen here. But I feel like the reason it needed to happen was because I feel like there was a definite mirroring going on in terms of this running energy. Okay, there's an energy here where you both may be running away from each other. One person may be running a bit more, but I feel like there was almost like this mirroring effect where, you know, this person may not have been able to engage with you in the way that you wanted, and you may have seen that as some sort of a running kind of a thing. For some of you, they may have actually run from this, right? But what it did was that I feel like it's almost like they wanted when they ran, if this is your situation, your person has run, when they ran, it's almost like they wanted to see if you would invest in them. You know, and that's not right. I'm not saying that that's right. I'm not condoning that. But what I'm feeling is that there was some sense of insecurity within them that they almost ran, not because they wanted to run, but because it's almost like they wanted to see if you would follow. Like if you would actually follow them and make them feel comfortable. And that, you know, again, is not probably the right or good thing to do. I'm sorry, I'm getting fidgety here because I'm feeling this very fidgety energy from your person. Like I feel like they're fidgeting right now. Okay, if that makes any sense. It's like this terrible fidgeting, you know, and I feel like I'm getting it. They're very fidgety right now. Like they're like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? You know what? I've run, I've hid. You've run, you've hid. For me, like we're hiding from each other. We're mirroring each other. We're both on the run. Like there's this very like fidgety, but I need to move. You know, I can't take the separation anymore. You know, it's like they want movement. Something has come to a standstill and they don't like that. That Ten of Swords is very much like your person is somebody who needs to be on the move. They need to move things forward. They need to resolve things. So that's why I'm getting this very like fidgeting energy. Like if there has been some sort of a quiet time or a time of some sort of separation or something here, I just feel like they want it to end. They're getting very impatient. They're getting very much like this has to change. Okay. So let's take a look at, I'm just going to give you some general guidance on timing. And while I'm shuffling that, I would really appreciate it if you guys could give this video a like. It means so much to me. It really helps the channel. Of course, please subscribe. It's also absolutely free, and it really inspires me to continue to do all of these readings for you. So see you in the next few hours. See, this is what I mean. There's a fidgety energy here. Like I said, your person is getting very, very impatient. They need movement, okay? They are not okay with the separation, the no contact, or whatever has been this time of sadness, loneliness, despair, and withdrawal and running away from each other. That is why I'm getting that energy of impatience. Like I can't, like, you know, even my hands feel like they can't sit still right now because I'm picking up on your person's energy. And look, you got in the next few hours. Okay, so for some of you, I wouldn't be surprised if there is some communication coming in, something here that is going to shift in the next few hours. Wow. So let me know what you thought in the comment box below. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me or order any of the oracle decks that I have created for you, all of the links are in the box below. Thank you so much for being here. Love you guys. See you all on the next one. My beautiful group 2 who chose this crystal and this deck, here is your reading, your person's thoughts of you today. Okay, first off, we have the 7 of Wands. Okay, so some defensive energy coming through here, you know, a little bit. Ooh, that just flew out. Look at that. And now we're getting a 5 of Wands. Okay. So definitely there's been conflict. Okay. There's some conflict here. There is the sense of them, you know, there's a sticking to your guns kind of energy coming through here. Okay. A little bit of stubborn rigidity. I feel like something may have happened in this situation, in this connection, where it just feels like somebody, either it's you, them, or both of you right now have really kind of dug in your heels because both of you think something has happened that is not fair. Wow, look at that. Look at that. So there is something here about conflict, about, you know, not being in a certain cycle where you're not able to fully work something out in the way that you need for it to be worked out. So I feel like your person right now, and it really, I feel like it doesn't matter. You may or may not be in separation. I feel like for some of you, you might be. For others of you, I feel like this could be an ongoing issue within a relationship where there are certain struggles that just keep repeating themselves. I feel like there are certain issues within your relationship that keep kind of rearing their ugly head. Like it just keeps coming to the forefront. And every time you guys try to address it, and even though I feel like your person feels that your intentions are correct, right? Like they feel like, okay, you have good intentions, they have good intentions, you both want this to work out. And yet every time the issues come up, you end up fighting, you end up arguing. And I feel like your person right now, they're going through a time where they're feeling very frustrated. There's a frustration. There's a sense of, you know, I'm really tired of having the same fight over and over and over again. You know, like, I love you. I want to be with you. Why do we keep fighting? Why do we keep going through the same stuff again and again? And it becomes like a tug of war. See how these two people, they're tugging. They're literally tugging at either end. So I feel like your person right now, in terms of what they're thinking about you, is that they are really wishing and desiring for this 5 of Wands energy to end. Okay, they want something to be resolved. They want justice, as in they want a resolution to whatever your issues are in a fair way. Like they don't want to do something that is unfair to you, nor do they want something that is unfair to them. And so they are right now, they feel like they can't see the solution. You know, like they feel like they have this blindfold on their eyes, because it's like every time you guys try to work it out, it never it never goes to the right place. And so right now I also feel the sense that they're thinking that they feel helpless. They feel like they're not seeing something clearly, or they're missing something. And I'm also getting a really strong feeling that they feel that as they communicate with you, that the feelings, the emotions, the passion gets so heightened that I feel like the tempers flare, the passion gets heightened, and then neither of you communicate well with one another. It's almost like you talk over each other. That's the energy I'm getting, that your person is getting very tired of this. Why do we keep talking over each other and nobody's actually listening? You're talking, I'm talking at the same time. Who's listening? Right? So this is why right now they may be going through a time of kind of digging in their heels, like not wanting to compromise at this time. Although I don't feel that that is something that is permanent. I feel like there has been something that may have happened quite recently that has made both of you again kick in your heels, put the walls up, get very defensive. I feel like for some of you, this is a special message, not for everybody. Your person feels very defensive about their family. Okay, I feel for some of you, there is some sort of a loyalty issue here. I feel like there's something about their family that may be a little bit on the toxic or manipulative side, which you see, but yet they are unwilling to either see it, or they see it, but they're unwilling to admit. They're very defensive when it comes to their family. Or it could be a mom, or it could be, some sort of somebody who is a very influential person in their life. They know this person has flaws, but they don't want to admit it. Okay, it's too painful for them. So I feel like there's somebody, and again, please take this as it resonates. There's somebody in your person's life who's very important to them, who's very influential in their life, but who also has issues. And if you try to bring that up, or if you try to shed light on that, your person feels extremely defensive, because it's like touching a very deep nerve for them. Okay. They've gotten to the point where it's like they don't want to see the truth, or they don't want to acknowledge the truth. And for some of you, I feel like that may be the cause of this constant conflict with this, 5 and 7. Like you feel like that's what you fight over. But I'm getting the message from Spirit that Spirit is telling you that if that is the case, if you feel that there's something that has gone on here that is unjust towards you, because I'm feeling for some of you, whatever you're fighting over, whether it's a person or a situation, I feel like you are seeing it as unfair to you. There's an issue here about justice and fairness. You feel that your person is unfair to you on behalf of somebody else's interests. Okay, and that's one of the main problems. Or some other interest here where you feel like they're defending that person over supporting you. And that's what's causing this 5 of Wands. Okay, so, and I feel like this is a repetitive energy. And so your person is growing very, very tired of this. They are exhausted by this, because in their mind, they don't feel that they're being unfair to you, but you may think that they're being unfair to you, but they're seeing it as, I have to defend this other person. Like this person means a lot to me, or this person's important to me, and I don't see why it can't be worked out. It's almost like, for some of you, I feel like your person feels that they're trapped between two people. Okay, two people who they really, really love. Okay, and they don't know what to do, and so they're starting to get very depressed about it. Okay, they're starting to feel very, very down and depressed about this, and they're starting to wonder whether they can be fair to either of you. Okay, like is there something here? Is there something here where is it possible for them to be fair to either of you? See, forget who you are, conditioning falls away, memory no longer defines you. Okay, so this is why I feel like there's been some accumulation of bad memories or bad experiences in this situation. Okay, and it's really difficult for your person, because they keep thinking about how much they want you in their life. Like, I feel like they love you very, very deeply, and without this situation, they feel like there's nothing really else wrong between the two of you. They feel like the two of you get along so beautifully. There's such deep romance, such deep attraction, such deep feelings. There's so much here that they want to blossom, and they do feel very much so that your relationship has blossomed into a very deep partnership, deep love that is based on this very passionate, deep attraction, connection that they have for you. And that is part of their frustration. I feel like they're very frustrated because they really don't have any other complaints about you or this connection. They have not, I mean, they just have the utmost love and respect for you, and they want this connection to blossom. Right? They want it to grow. The only thing is, whatever is this one issue, but it is really dragging them down. It is it's like, it is just like really, really grinding them down. And what it's doing is creating some bad memories that both of you share. And I feel like your person, what they're thinking right now is that they don't want to create these bad memories with you, because the more they create bad memories with you, the more bitter the taste in their mouth. And then they don't want to hold on to that negativity, right? So they're trying not to look towards the memory of that, right? Like, they don't like the idea of it. That is their concern. I feel like their great fear here is that you guys will keep going through this cycle. You guys will keep going through this 5 of Wands, 7 of Wands cycle until the waters are just murky, right? Until like there's no good feeling left in the situation anymore. That is what your person is afraid of, right? Like they don't want the waters to be ruined between the two. They don't want this to ruin the relationship forever. Because see, even if you're in separation right now, they feel deeply connected to you. They feel like you have a very deep soul connection. For some of you, I feel like there's a very deep past life connection here as well between your two souls. You've been through this before. You've experienced this love, this connection in other lifetimes as well. So because they feel so deeply connected to you, they don't want to create these bad memories. They don't want to create something that is going to end up making you both feel so negative that you lose the relationship. Okay, that is what is really preoccupying their thoughts right now. And that is giving them a pause. I feel like if there's been some sort of a separation here, the pause is before they take action. But what they're considering, what they're thinking about in this pause is, how can we receive the love that we want from one another? And look at the beautiful connection here between receiving and blossoming. So I feel like they want this relationship to grow. They don't want this relationship to become stagnant, and they don't want to lose you. Okay, so they want to continue receiving this love, but they're really afraid that if these issues don't get resolved, then it's going to end up in bitterness for everybody all around, okay? And that bitterness is going to poison the relationship. So right now, their thoughts are very preoccupied with the idea that we don't want this relationship, this connection to be like poisoned for the future. We don't want to build such bad memories and, terrible disagreements that we just, can't get over the resentment of it. Okay, so let me give you some general guidance. And while I do that, I would really appreciate it if you could give this video a like. Really helps the channel. Also, please do subscribe. The more you subscribe and like, the more it inspires me to create these videos for you. It's absolutely free, and it means the world to me. So let's take a look. Wow, at dawn. Interesting. So very similar to our group number 1, I feel like there's some faster moving energy here. Like, you may hear from this person soon. You may, have some sort of a change in this relationship very, very quickly. The energies are flowing. You might see an opportunity to resolve this. All right. So let me know what you thought in the comment box below. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me or order any of the oracle decks that I've created for you, all of the links are in the box below. Thank you so much for being here. Love you guys. See you all on the next one. All right, my beautiful group 3 that chose this deck and this crystal, here is your reading. Let's see what your person is thinking about you. We have the Queen of Wands. Beautiful. Let's see what else. So that is telling me that there's a lot of passion, a lot of chemistry. I'm getting a lot of respect for who you are, respect for the fact that you are, see, Five of Swords, respect for the fact that you are no shrinking violet, okay? I know that ages me, but that is an old way of saying that your person is beginning to realize, and I think they didn't realize this before, that you may come across as a very Page of Swords, as a very loving, wonderful person, but what they didn't realize is that that doesn't mean that you're going to take any BS. Okay, I think your person right now is slowly starting to see that you're nobody's fool. Okay, and not that they're trying to make a fool of you or not that they're trying to take advantage of you, but I feel like there may be a bit of a comeuppance here, as in, you know how sometimes when you feel this incredible chemistry with somebody, and they definitely feel that with you, okay, Queen of Wands, very, very deep chemistry, very passionate, intense, sexual chemistry as well. Sometimes when you're just feeling that, and you're just starting to get to know somebody at a deeper level, you're not quite aware of maybe every aspect of them. And I feel like right now what your person is thinking about is they're realizing that you are kind of an onion with many layers. They're thinking about all of the different aspects of you that have surprised them. And I do believe, because we are getting this heavier Five of Swords and Page of Swords energy, I feel like they are also thinking that you held back some of this side of yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? Like, I feel like they're starting to see that you are not somebody who is going to be easily pushed around. Again, not that they want to push you around, but with this Five of Swords, I feel like there may be some sort of ego battles, power struggles going on that may have just started between the two of you, and you're both learning from those power struggles. I feel like obviously when things are not all just honeymoon and excitement and everything's going peachy, when the challenges arise in any relationship, that is when you start to see each other's mettle, as in that's when you start to see each other for who you really are. And I feel like your person is starting to see that, and there's nothing, not that there's anything negative in seeing each other for who you really are. You should see those things. And I feel like maybe initially, because of certain interactions that this person has had with you, they probably did not see that more tougher side of you quite yet until those challenges came out. And so I feel like right now they're really marveling at how strong you are, how tough you are, how you're not going to so easily back down. Five of Swords, if they thought that you were the type of person who would easily back down in struggles, I feel like they're really kind of opening up their eyes to the fact that you're not that type. Like, you're not this person who's going to sit there defeated quickly. Okay, you're not the kind who's going to back down to anybody's pressure. or anybody's influence, even if it is the person that you love. Like, you have your own backbone. I feel like this is what your person is thinking about and realizing about you. And they're also knowing that, Page of Swords, you are not going to throw that in their face or in anybody else's face. I feel like they're finally seeing the nuances of who you are. They're seeing you as this amazing Queen of Wands energy, and also seeing that you're not going to just be an in your face, okay, I'm not going to take no shit. Like, you're not like that. You're not that kind of person. You aren't going to take any shit, but you're not going to throw that in his, hers, or anybody else's face. You bring that out when it is necessary. Page of Swords. It's like, you know when to back off, and you know when to go for it. You have discretion. You have understanding. You know which battles to fight and which battles to let go. And I feel like this is what your person is thinking about when it comes to you at this time. Like, they're understanding you they're starting to see you and understand you at a much deeper level. And that is a very good thing. And see, we're seeing it right here. I feel like you're in this cycle. This person is in this cycle where they are discovering more and more about you. And, you know, some of these things may be something that they have to really kind of accept, you know. Like, again, I'm getting the feeling that there may have been a little bit of a misconception that this person had of you. I feel like initially they thought that you might be a bit more malleable than you are. Like, you might be a little bit more of an adjusting type of energy. And now they're starting to see that while you really do care about nourishing this relationship, you really do care about pushing this relationship forward, growing the attraction, growing the love, growing the understanding. Like, you are 100% invested in the nourishment of this relationship, and so are they. But what they're realizing is that you are not going to nourish this relationship at the expense of your own self-esteem or self-respect. And again, I'm not saying that they expected you to have no self-respect or they expected to control you. I don't think that is the case at all. But I think that they are realizing that you are going to stand up for yourself a lot more than they had thought you would. So they're realizing that you have a strong conviction, a strong personality underneath the femininity or masculinity, that nurturing kind of that part of you that is more giving and accepting, right? Like, so I feel like they may have seen that more so in the beginning, and now as challenges are arising, they are seeing that there is more to you than just that. Like, you're not just gonna be like this, you know, nurturing and accepting all the time to the point of not respecting yourself. Okay, they are starting to see that you know when to draw the line, that you know what your boundaries are, and you're not going to let somebody push those. Okay, you're not going to drink the poison. See, do not do things you know are bad for you. So I feel like one of the things your person is realizing is that you are very clear that you're not going to drink any poison of negativity, any poison of letting go of your boundaries, your values, and what you believe in just to make this person happy. Right? Like, you understand where to draw the line, and they appreciate that about you, even though it's been a bit of like, it kind of like creeped up on them. They didn't really see that coming. But I feel like they're willing to have more of these conversations. They want to have more of these heart-to-heart conversations so that all of these things become more clear, because I feel like there may have been some friction here from this Five of Swords energy. And with this Page of Swords, there may have been a little bit of this like holding back of what you truly think, because you don't want to hurt the other person's feelings, or you don't want to make them feel rejected or make them feel bad about themselves. But I feel like your person really does understand that there is more to this, that there are more layers to your personality, that you are quite deep, you are quite thoughtful, you are quite strategic. Okay, you know which battles you want to fight. You know which battles to let go of. And again, this is something that it's like, to me, it's a cycle of learning how to respect the qualities in your partner that you are discovering along the way as you are nourishing this relationship. Okay, so this is a very positive thing. And I feel like they are seeing a very deep value in who you are. Okay, as they are getting closer and closer to you, they are seeing the value, and they're realizing that they don't want to settle for anything less than having a very open, honest relationship with you. I feel like this person, through whatever that Five of Swords has been, whether there's been some power struggles, whether there's been any kind of issues that are coming up in your communication or in the communication of your needs and desires, what are your emotional needs? What do you want from this relationship? I feel like this person is now very quickly learning that it's going to be important to continue to have these heart-to-heart conversations so that you're both on the same page, so that you know what each of you needs to nourish this relationship, to nourish this connection. I do feel that there's an energy of surprise here. I do feel that there are things that your person is learning about you that is surprising them, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. And this is why I feel like the more they are surprised by you, the more they are discovering the deeper aspects of your soul, of who you are, of who you wish to be, and where you are going. They're seeing more and more that there is no necessity here for them to settle for less. I feel like you are literally, challenging them in a good way to expand out of their own past, because I do feel that in the past your person has very much been in relationships that were not nourishing, relationships that didn't go anywhere, things that were more like dead-end situations, and relationships that ended on a bad note. I'm also getting that the relationships they've had in the past have also struggled because of that Five of Swords energy. They ended up being dead-end relationships because the power struggles were just really going nowhere. And I feel like because of that, your person does have some more negative memories of that. But I feel like in the growth they're experiencing with you, they're learning to forgive and let go of those patterns. Slowly, they're seeing what a true partnership can really be like. And I feel like it may be like a development that is like, slower going, but there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like there is a growth here that is happening. There is a slow growth, one step at a time, that is really about letting go of the past, because there's something here that is haunting from the past that needs to be forgiven. Now, if right now you're in some form of struggle or separation because of that Five of Swords, I do feel that, again, your person is coming to the understanding that it's time to forgive whatever it was that happened and to not settle for less, to come back to this heart-to-heart conversation. So let's get you some timing. And while I am shuffling the timing cards, please do give this video a like. It really helps the channel. It means so much to me. Please do also subscribe. Please do your part, because it really inspires me to create more readings for you. And it really does mean the world to me. So thank you for that. See, during the waxing crescent moon phase. So you may want to look that up. When is the waxing crescent moon phase? That is when you may have some movement forward, some communication coming through for these heart-to-heart conversations, so that you can just kind of, dissipate some of these energies and move forward. So thank you so much for being here. Let me know what you thought in the comment box below. I love you all. See you all in the next one. My lovely group 4 that chose this deck and this crystal, here is your reading. So let's take a look at, Three of Swords. What is your person thinking about you? So definitely some very painful heartbreak. I'm feeling disappointment. Something here, definitely some sort of deep struggle or separation that has gone on. Right now, your person is thinking again and again about what happened. I feel like they are obsessively going through Ace of Swords. Yes, they're obsessively going through in their mind, trying to figure out what went wrong. Why did it go wrong? What is going wrong? Why is it not working? What am I missing? Eight of Pentacles. Okay. So I just feel that there is a very strong sense of, I need to work this out. I need to work this out in my mind. I need to like work this out in my energy, in my soul. I'm getting a very deep sense of like mental activity. Okay, a deep sense of focus, a deep sense of this is a problem that has to be solved. Okay, so I feel like for many of you, there is some sort of struggle or separation, and what it's doing for your person, it's literally putting them into this very tailspin type of energy, you know, going around over and over again in their head. You know how sometimes when something is so important to us, someone in our life, our partner, the love of our life is so important to us, and something is not going right here in this connection or in this this situation between the two of you. I feel like oftentimes what people do is they go over it in their mind again and again, and they try to look at it from different angles. I feel like this is the process that your person is going through right now, and it's a very exhausting process. Like I do feel that they feel very tired. They feel very mentally, emotionally spent. They feel like their heart has been broken into many different pieces here. Look at this person, like, see the frustration? I definitely feel this from your person. It's almost like they want to go and scream, you know, like they need to let off some steam because they have been thinking about this. It's been going through their mind again and again and again. And I feel like they've been trying to come at it from so many different angles. They keep thinking to themselves, Ace of Swords, like if I think about this in a different way, if I approach it from a different way of thinking about it, maybe there is something that can be done. And I also feel very much so that they feel very cut off right now from being able to share their thoughts with you. Look at this person. See how like they're clearly thinking a lot of things, and look at this light, this beam of light that is coming out of their head almost. It's kind of strange, right? But I feel like to me, this represents that they will not feel satisfied. They will keep going over whatever is going on between the two of you very obsessively in their minds over and over until they feel satisfied that they can talk to you. So I feel like there is definitely something here about communication, okay? They have a desire, a very deep desire to share their thoughts with you, to share exactly what they're thinking, but there may be something that is blocking them from doing that at this time. Either you have stepped away, or there's been some sort of bad blood that has gone on here between the two of you that is making them hesitant or afraid to reach out. And I do feel that what they're trying to do, this is very heavy energy. And so what they're trying to do with that frustration, that almost that sense of like, I want to scream because I don't know what to do. I feel very helpless. I feel very blocked. I feel like I can't communicate what I want to communicate to you. I feel like what they're doing is they're trying to divert themselves into an energy of work, 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 work. Okay, so if you are in separation, there's tremendous pain that your person is feeling. But what they're trying to do is channel that sense of frustration, disempowerment. They feel very disempowered right now. They feel very helpless to do anything to change the situation. And so what they're doing is they're trying to channel that energy into their work. Okay, they're literally in this phase of like, keep your head down and just focus on work. focus on money, on finances, on, anything that you can control. I'm also getting that sense that because they feel very sort of like helpless to change the situation, I also feel very strongly that they are trying to focus specifically on the things that they can change in their life. And what I find interesting about this is that it's actually something positive, right? Like when you feel that in this connection, in the most important connection in your life, which is their connection with you and yours with them, it's like if you feel that something is stuck here, sometimes people manage that pain, sometimes people manage that frustration by taking their attention temporarily away from it and focusing on things like work, money, finances, things where they feel like they can move the needle, or they feel like, okay, at least this is under my control. And this may not be under my control, but if I keep focusing on this, I'm going to drive myself crazy. So instead, I'm going to focus on what I can do. And so they're hopeful that if they were to just focus on this, they can decrease their stress levels, they can focus on the things that they can control, then maybe this will get better. But there's still a very deep desire that they have to talk to you. Okay, to share their thoughts, because I feel like they are trying very much to almost fix this or find a solution to whatever is the issue, just kind of in a vacuum by themselves. And I know that they understand that they're not going to be able to do that for long. The other thing that I do feel that they're thinking very clearly about when it comes to you is that there needs to be growth in this relationship. There needs to be growth away from whatever this is, because there is an energy of stagnation here, right? That you're stuck in one place, that you're just replaying the same thing, the same, it's the same heartbreak and the same thoughts in your mind. And it's really impeding the growth of this connection. They feel like they're not going anywhere. This is not going anywhere. They're starting to feel like the relationship is stagnating, and they don't want that. They want this relationship to grow. They want to feel these feelings again. I feel like there was a lot of bliss that the two of you share. There was a lot of chemistry, passion, love, bliss, joy. There was definitely a very beautiful honeymoon period that the two of you had. And I feel like this is something that they want to recapture. They want to go back to this honeymoon period. They want to go back to that period of time where the two of you were really getting along, where things were just flowing quite easily and beautifully between the two of you. I feel like this is something that is really, really important to them. This is their main goal. They want to come back to this. And it's interesting because I feel like this energy of the honeymoon also represents the future that they want with you. So it's almost like there's a point in the near past where they felt this, and they loved it, and they were reveling in that honeymoon bliss with you. And this is also to them how they see your future. So it's like right now, the present moment may not be this way, but they want to work towards growing your future to be back here, and this to be back to this point, and to recapture that in a different way. I feel like this person has very much thought of marrying you or being committed to you, however which way commitment looks for you. They very much fantasized about proposing to you, proposing an offer, making an offer of marriage, commitment, moving closer to you, or living under the same roof, moving in with you. There's something very substantial here that they have very much been fantasizing about, replaying in their mind, like, what would it be like if I make this offer? What would it be like if I could, live with you every single day, under the same roof, build a life with you, have tremendous amount of fun, travel. I feel like this also represents their desire to travel with you. I feel like this person would love to literally travel the world with you, go places with you, have a lot of fun. But they also realize that it's going to require more courage, okay, more bravery on their part, resilience, experience, growing stronger, and a fresh perspective. So see how this Ace of Swords is very much in alignment with this energy. I feel like this is that energy. They're realizing that in order to have all of these beautiful desires that they have around you and that honeymoon energy, they realize that in order to have that with you, they're going to have to become more braver. They're going to have to change their perspective. They're going to have a fresh perspective. They're going to have to grow, okay? They're going to have to be willing to have the more difficult conversations. There's going to be courage that is involved here in order to reach this level, because initially this may be nice and everybody has this, but the true test here is when challenges come, right? When challenges come, and as they will in all relationships, can you work your way through the growth and keep growing this honeymoon energy? That's where they really want to be, because everybody has this in the beginning. That's no biggie. The biggie is getting brave, getting courageous, pushing past the difficult moments and continuing to build this honeymoon. And that's the most beautiful thing, because look, see, see your soulmates. This is what your person thinks of you. Inner child, interesting, and loss. See, this is the thing. They are really afraid of losing you, okay? They do not want to lose you. So whatever the issues are right now, this is something that they are not willing to lose. You are not someone they are ever going to be willing to lose. You are their soulmate. You are their person. You are that bliss that they are seeking. And just know that whatever issues may be arising, whatever is contributing to this Three of Swords energy, it does very much have to do with their childhood wounds. Okay, there's something here, some sort of patterns of behavior that your person really does need to work through. There's something here that needs to be healed. But I do believe with this Ace of Swords that they are aware of this. I don't feel that they are unconscious or unaware of what these things are. But this may be the conversation that needs to be had. This may be where your person needs to become more brave, stronger, more open in talking about what this is, so that you can work through it together. Okay, so let's take a look at some general timing for you. And as I shuffle this deck, please do give this video a like. If you could just right now give it a thumbs up, that quick little click right there. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do also click that subscribe button, especially if you've been a long time viewer but just haven't subscribed. I'm asking you, really, please do your part. It really helps the channel. It means so much to me. It keeps me very inspired to create more of these kind of readings for you. So it's greatly appreciated. Thank you. During the waning crescent moon phase. Okay, so if you're looking for some sort of a change, some sort of an energy of a shift in this connection, you may want to look up when is the next waning crescent moon phase. That might be a very fruitful time for you to have these conversations, to talk about how you want to grow this relationship, and to really experience this energy, this soulmate connection, this growth, and this being braver, coming back to this honeymoon. Okay, so I hope you love this. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you all on the next one.